Let me tell you something. People say an alligator is one of the most dangerous creatures alive. Strong, aggressive, always ready. But there's one moment when it becomes vulnerable, right after it eats. Because in that moment it feels satisfied. It slows down, it relaxes, and that's when it's weakest. Now think about this. How many people become like that? They achieve a little success, do something no one in their family has done, and suddenly they stop pushing. They get comfortable. They lose their hunger. Let me ask you something, honestly. What have you done that made you feel like you can stop now? What have you achieved that made you satisfied enough to slow down? Because if you still have goals, you should still feel that hunger. There was a world-famous opera singer once. People admired his discipline. They thought it was all about control and strict routines. But he said something powerful. He said, "It's not discipline, it's devotion." Think about that. When you are deeply devoted to something, discipline is no longer a struggle. It becomes natural. When you truly care about what you do, you don't need reminders. You don't need motivation videos. You show up because you want to. The more you love your craft, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. That love drives your effort. That devotion builds your discipline. And once you reach that level, no one has to push you. You push yourself. But here's the part most people avoid. You have to show up every single day. Not just when it feels easy. You have to show up when you're tired, when you don't feel like it, when it's inconvenient. And you have to keep going longer than most people are willing to. That's where separation happens. At some point, you have to look at your life differently. You have to raise your standards. You start earlier. You stay focused longer. You give more effort than expected. People might not understand it. They might question you. They might ask, "Why are you doing so much?" And the answer is simple. Because you know what you're capable of. Because you refuse to settle. Your life deserves your full effort. Not half. Not sometimes. All of it. Wherever you are right now, whatever you're doing, give it everything you have. Develop the habit of doing more than what is required. Because greatness is not built on minimum effort. There are no shortcuts. No easy path. To become great, you have to commit fully. You have to give your best. Every time. Not occasionally. Consistently. Some people will stop when things get hard. Some will make excuses. Some will give up. But others, they keep going. They push further. They rise under pressure. That's the difference. Everyone starts somewhere, but not everyone is willing to keep going. You might have to work harder than others. You might have to start from a lower point, but that does not decide your future. What matters is your effort, your consistency, your willingness to keep going. While others are distracted, you stay focused. While others are relaxing, you keep building, because success doesn't come from intention. It comes from execution. Not "I'll do it." Not "I plan to." Not "I should have." Execution. Action. Movement. Every single day. And let me tell you something powerful. The real test is not when you feel motivated. The real test is when you don't feel like doing anything, but you still show up. Those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that build strength. Because it's easy to act when you feel good, but real growth happens when you act despite how you feel. That's where people separate themselves. That's where progress is made. Success is built in those quiet moments, when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when it's just you and your decision. Do you stop or do you continue? Champions understand this. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't rely on feelings. They rely on commitment. They move forward, no matter what. And if you can learn to do that, if you can push forward even when it's hard, then nothing can hold you back. Because at that point, you are no longer controlled by comfort. You are driven by purpose. And that is where everything changes. Done.